Another school district having some issues. Teachers at Isaac School District, they are working without pay and have been since Tuesday after the district overspent its budget by $28 million. That's a lot of money. People are wondering what happened. So there's been a lot of allegations made against the governing board members.
12 News journalist Jade Cunningham is joining us live now with the very latest. And Jade, you spoke with one of the board members earlier today. What did he have to say?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, of course, he says this whole situation is extremely concerning. I spoke with Harry Gerwal. He is a member of the district's governing board, but he made it very clear that he was speaking to us not on behalf of the governing board, but as a business and community leader. But he also told me that he has known about some of the financial issues with this school district for some time. He says that he brought it up to school leaders several years ago, but isn't sure why exactly it wasn't acted upon until recently. Now, several months ago, upon viewing the most recent annual financial report, he saw a $4 million deficit, which of course he says was extremely concerning. He did not know, however, the scope of it until a State Board of Education meeting in January, where it was announced the district had overspent way more than that. That documentation seeking reimbursement for federal loans had been incorrect. That money was being placed in different accounts that didn't have sufficient cash in them to support spending. I asked him about the latest number, though, showing $28 million, where that money went, what the money was spent on. He did not know. He said that is something the receiver is looking into. I asked him about the allegations and accusations of wrongdoing towards the governing board, and here's what he had to say.
So here's been my response to that question, right? First of all, those are allegations, okay? Unless somebody comes forward with actual evidence, I'm not going to jump in that fray, okay? What I do know is this. The Attorney General May has announced that she will be doing an investigation, okay? That's her wheelhouse. She'll have to go figure all that kind of stuff out. My job right now is how do we keep the schools open and how do we give our kids the opportunity to get the best quality education they can have.
Now, Gerwal went on to say that he believes a solution will be found. He believes the receiver will find out where that money went. I also asked him, though, about the bill that currently is being discussed in the House. If passed, if it is signed by the governor, it would immediately remove members of the governing board. So I asked him about that. He had an interesting response. You'll hear more about what he had to say on that coming up tonight at 6. Troy, though, I do want to clarify my response earlier because I didn't do a very good job of answering it. You asked me just kind of to get a big picture here. And there were a lot of numbers, and there's a lot of numbers being thrown around. There was a $4 million deficit that was found in the latest annual financial report. There also was $9 million worth of loans from the federal government that the school had applied for. They got that loan, but when it came time to submitting the paperwork back to the federal government, there were errors, there were inaccuracies, so they lost that $9 million. It was never reimbursed back to the Maricopa County Treasurer. There also were tax anticipation loans that the school district received that they were not able to pay back. But where the rest of the money went, how we got up to $28 million, that's unclear, and hopefully the receiver will be able to find that out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a $15 million gap or close to it. And don't these governing board members vote on the budget every single year and look at these numbers before they vote on it? Is that part of their job?
That is part of their job, and of course that is all part of the investigation into this. So again, hopefully we'll be finding out some answers relatively soon.
All right, Jade, thank you. A lot to untangle. Appreciate it.